My name is Patrina Dixon. I am a personal finance coach, an international speaker, and a #1 best-selling author, as well as a mom and a wife. I'm here today to talk about secure credit cards. This topic was one that was requested by some of you, and I wanted to jump on to give you what secure credit cards are and how they could be beneficial when you're trying to restore or start credit. So, secure credit cards is a great way to start or restore credit. What you do is find companies or find a company that you prefer to use. So there's various different companies that offer secure credit cards. And what you need to do is find the one that worked best for you. And then you need to secure the credit card by putting up money for the amount of credit that will be extended to you. So let's just say $200. Say you have $200 and you find the company that has a secure credit card that you want to use. You send them the $200 and they will send you the secure credit card. The secure credit card would look just like a credit card, but it's secured with your $200 that you sent to them. That $200 becomes your available credit line. So the credit line equals the amount of money you gave them to secure the credit card. So what that means is if you utilize the credit card and don't pay the credit card company back, they have $200, so they're whole, right? The goal of you getting the secure credit card is not to get it and use it to spin down the 200, if you will. That's not how it operates. The way it operates is this: the $200 is yours and secured. You have the credit card, secured credit card, but it looks like a regular credit card. You're able to go to the store and use the secure credit card like you would a credit card. And you want to make sure that the secure credit card company reports to the credit bureaus as well. So Equifax, TransUnion, and Experian. And you begin to use the credit card just like you would any other credit card. So you go to the gas station for your car and buy gas for your car, utilize it. You go out to eat to a restaurant, you use it however you use a normal credit card, a regular credit card. And when you get that bill, you have to pay the bill. The goal is to pay it in its entirety. So whatever you've used on the credit card, you pay it in its entirety, or you pay an amount towards on the bill that they sent you. So if you use, I'm making this up, you use $100 and they say that you have to pay $25, you at least have to pay the amount on the statement that they say you owe. The goal is to pay what you spent. The secure credit card is a way to, again, establish or restore your credit. So the best way to help do that is you want them to report good credit history. So especially if you're restoring, if you utilize $60 in that month, you want to pay $60. You don't want to use $60 and then pay $15 or not pay at all, and because now you have another credit line that's messing up your credit, or you've started off your credit wrong. So I should say wrong. You didn't start it off on the best foot. So it's really important that you use the secure credit card as a way to start off your credit, so get started off with credit, or to increase your credit score by this credit line by doing things to use credit responsibly. So it's really important that you consider that. If you feel like you gave them $200, you got the secure credit card, and you're not going to pay them because they're going to be made whole because they have the $200, they're still going to report that you got a credit card from them, were secured or not, and you made purchases and you didn't make that payment. So if you feel like that your behavior relative to credit and how you use credit is not changing, then this is not the right avenue, because this will be another line item that will have a negative impact to your credit score. The goal of getting a secure card is to have a positive impact to your credit score. So again, when you get the bill, you pay the bill, hopefully in its entirety. So for example, if you drive a car, get the gas on the secure credit card and then pay it off in its entirety. Don't spend $200 on the secure credit card just because you know that is the availability that you have on the card, spend it. So you have to have some credit history in order for it to be reviewed and given a score. So you want to make sure that you're doing that. So the other thing I tell people is buy gas if you have a car. The other thing is if you enjoy a gourmet cup of coffee, then do that on the card and then pay off the amount in its entirety. So add into your budget, look at the things on your budget and see things that you plan to spend money on, and use that card for it, and then pay the card with the money you are going to use. For example, another example is if you have cable or a streaming service and you pay that every month, it's $12 or whatever dollar amount is. That's another item that you can put on the secure credit card and then pay that off every month. So, and this is the other key that I'm going to tell you. If you get paid every 2 weeks, as an example, and when you're listening to this, you get paid of the upcoming Friday. You've already made the purchase on your secure credit card, and then you get paid. You do not have to wait for the due date to pay it. So if you get paid on the Friday after you got the bill, and the bill isn't due until 2 more Fridays from now, you don't have to wait until that date to pay. If you got paid and it's in your budget to pay that particular line item, go ahead and pay it, and pay it in full if you could. And if you can't pay it in full at that point, pay a portion or the minimum amount due, and then pay the rest when you get the next paycheck. So that way it doesn't feel like it's a burden, because the goal is to make sure you're paying it on time. And if you can pay it in its entirety, that's what you want to do, because those are key factors on helping you to increase your credit score or start off credit usage in the right way. So that's really important. So again, let's just recap. Secure credit cards look and feel like regular credit cards, but you have to send the secure card company money in order to get that card. And that is because either you're new to having credit and they just don't know if you're going to pay or not, because you're just a risk because they just don't know because you don't have history. If you have your credit score is not desirable, that means that you have been extended credit before and you didn't. A credit is an extension, right? And promise to pay back, and you didn't pay back what you promised. So therefore, on paper, they're saying you're not you're a risk because you have been extended credit before and you didn't honor what you promised that you were going to do. So pay back a dollar amount every month for that particular credit issuer. So in this situation, you give the money to secure that if I don't do like I'm supposed to do, honor the commitment to pay back a monthly, then you have the money, and credit card issuer, there's no loss for you because you have my money. But if you do what you need to do, then that $200 stays there while you continue to use credit responsibly, so that your credit report, those at the credit bureaus, will have positive impact, and therefore your score will increase. So hopefully that makes sense to you. I know this is a topic that I get a lot. I know I speak with a lot of young adults, and already some of them are find themselves in interesting credit situations. So secure credit cards is a way to help them to increase their credit score for things that they may want to do in the future. Now, here's the thing that I want to share with you. Whatever you did yesterday, it's already done. It's okay. It's okay. People I do what I do because I've had some situations, and once I learned how to do things differently, I wanted to share it with everybody. So it's okay what you didn't do yesterday. You're listening to this today, and I've given you how you can access a secure credit card and how you can utilize it in your favor. Now, the other thing I want to say that's really, 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 really important is if you do use a secure credit card to establish credit and or increase your credit score from where it is right now, you don't want to revert back to the habits that you had before. Now, you may, like a little while or 1 month, you're unable to do so. That's okay. That happens. Life happens. And you keep lifing, so life keeps happening, right? So we understand that. But you don't want to go back to the habit. So if you have a month that you're unable to because expenses that you didn't expect happen or things of that nature, you want to at least pay the minimum balance on time. at a bare minimum, you want to do that if you can't do anything else and you can't pay it in full. Because if you open a secure credit card and then you do not use it responsibly, then you've like exacerbated the situation relative to your credit score, either starting off on the wrong foot or going back into the less desirable credit history that you were trying to come from. So anyway, I hope that's been helpful for you. Again, this was regarding secure credit cards. If you have utilized a secure credit card for either of these reasons, drop down and let me hear about it. If you let me know which secure credit card you liked and why. Drop that down below as well. The other thing that I'm going to put in the show notes are secure credit card options that you can choose from. Now, you want to make sure that you choose the one that's best for you. So everybody's situation is different. Personal finance is just that, it's personal. So what may work for you may not work for another. You want to check and see what the eligibility of the secure credit card, how you send the money in, what happens when you've had the card for more than a year. Do you get your money back? Does it go on your card? Like what happens? Like you want to find that out so you can make an informed decision if you choose to go this route. Okay, so this is one way that you can establish credit, in one way that you can restore your credit. There's many other ways. If you're interested in learning more, drop down. There'll be a link there to It's My Money Academy. There's a lot of information there as well. And then I also have a newsletter, which I publish monthly. So if you're interested in getting more information on finances as a whole, and oftentimes credit is sprinkled in there, then you want to drop down and get on that list as well. If you feel like others can benefit from what I shared today, please share this with them. And don't forget to drop down and hit that red subscribe button if you're watching me, and hit that follow button if you're listening to me. And leave me a comment or a thumbs up and let me know what you thought of this one. Make it a great day. It's Patrina Dixon, the It's My Money Lady.